After computing the sum of 4 positive terms and sum of 4 negative terms, what we will be doing now? We are going to simply subtract the sum terms minus the negative terms. Okay, because we have got an equation in that where we have got something like as 1 minus something like that as y square by 2 factorial minus y to the power 4 by 4 factorial into 4 plus y to the power 6 by 6 factorial into 6 and so on. So there we have got minus terms as well as plus terms. So therefore what we are going to do now, we are simply going to subtract the minus terms from the plus terms in the previous equation. So all these terms, this is sum of first 4 positive terms and this is going to be sum of the next 4 negative terms, and we are normally going to subtract these two, so minus. So we subtract these values from these values, therefore we normally going to get the value as 2.473. okay, so this is the what value we are going to get. Now already we have got an expression for x, okay, in the previous one. So we got the expression for x, already we have this. So this is equal to 1 by 2 into this particular factor, that whatever we have. So therefore 1 by 2 into this is equal to 1.219. So this value we will be getting it as 1.219 as the value of x. Now from the previous equation, already we have this previous equation that we have come up to here. Now we have solved for x, that x value which we have got as 1.219. So the formula that we have got is going to be what now finally? W is equal to, the power density is equal to 60 IRMS square into x. Okay, so x already we have got as 2.192. So this is what the value of x we have got, and once you multiply 60 with this particular thing component 1.219, we are going to get 73.140 IRMS square. Now already we know the formula, that is the power formula is equal to what now? I square R. What is power P? P is nothing but is equal to V into I. R, P can be written as equal to, so what is that I can write P as? I can write power is equal to say V into I. R, P I can write as equal to, if V is written in terms of I can write this as I into R. What is V? V is equal to I into R. So therefore I into I square R. R I can write P is equal to what I can write? If I will write I in terms of V, for I is equal to V by R. So therefore I can write this as V square by R. So these are all the various power relationships that we have. So therefore this RMS power I can write as equal to IRMS square into RR, where RR is normally going to be known as the radiation resistance. This is known as the radiation resistance of antenna, right? So once you get this value, this is approximated to around 73 ohms. So with this result we have got the radiation resistance of a antenna, which is nothing but equal to always 73 ohms. Now this is the value of radiation resistance of a half wave dipole antenna. So what is half wave means? The meaning of half wave is nothing but L is equal to lambda by 2. If this condition, by meeting this condition, we got this particular equation. Now since the length of the antenna is directly proportional to lambda by 2, we simply call this dipole antenna as a half wave dipole antenna. Now in this half wave dipole antenna, what is the radiation resistance value which we have got? Which we got as 73 ohms. So now that means in the problems given, sometimes what happens is the examiner don't give you the value of radiation resistance of a half wave dipole, but for solving the problem you normally going to require the value of RR. So in that case you have to assume that RR is normally equal to 73 ohms for a half wave dipole antenna. So this particular problem, in the previous class also I have explained about the problems. That means we took around 3 classes to complete this radiation resistance. Now you can imagine that how important the radiation resistance of a half wave dipole antenna is. So that means here the radiation resistance has got many parts. One part is problematic part, where you are supposed to know the formulas which are required to get the value of radiation resistance when some of the parameters are given to us. That is one problem. What is the next problem that you are going to have? You have to solve the derivation you have to solve the derivation of radiation resistance, and you have to finally compute the value of radiation resistance. So in that you have one more part. In that you have to derive the expressions for E theta and Hy components. After you derive the expressions for E theta and Hy, then you normally have to come to the part of radiation resistance. So therefore this involves three parts. That means one is problematic part, totally is going to ask us to solve a problem. Then next one is going to be, he may ask us to derive the electric and magnetic field components of a dipole antenna. Then he may ask us to derive the expression for the radiation resistance. So that is why, that means what, this particular three classes are normally equal to three types of questions in the examination. There is no question paper that what I have seen without any one of these questions from a half wave dipole antenna. So that is the reason why I have taken this at such a length, okay, so that you practice these radiation resistance formulas, okay, and you try to practice the derivative part also, so that you can do well in the exam as far as radiation resistance of half wave dipole antenna is really concerned for us. So the radiation resistance is a imaginary parameter, it is not a physical parameter, but the effect of radiation resistance is going to be there on the radiation of a signal or radiation of a wave for a transmitting antenna. Therefore this radiation resistance is normally going to play a vital role as far as efficiency of an antenna is concerned. So the efficiency of antenna depends on the definitely radiation resistance. So in terms of radiation resistance, already we have computed the formula for radiation efficiency. What is that? We have computed the formula for radiation resistance. Eta is equal to RR by RR plus RL. So here from this formula I can say the efficiency of an antenna is going to depend on the radiation resistance of a antenna, where RR is radiation resistance in the formula for efficiency, and RL is the ohmic losses present at the output terminals of the transmitting antenna. So that means here radiation resistance is a very, very important concept as far as efficiency of an antenna is normally concerned for us. So therefore please try to practice these three important parts of the radiation resistance for the exam. So thank you very much. We will continue in the next class.